Australia and Kent form, and those things are just the way it is.
So it's a racing tyre that's designed for both wet and dry.
Yeah, that's correct. And the interesting thing is there's a bigger tyre on the rear, but the wheels are actually the same size front and rear.
So they just use a bigger tyre.
They just put a bigger tyre on the rear, yep. And the cars have always been designed to run on these 5.5-inch rims. So it's really been one of those things where people try and put bigger wheels on them, and there was a bit of a lapse in the rules about that a while ago. But the cars actually perform better on the tyres and wheels that they were designed for.
So the more the class stays the same, the more you get better performance, the more the people try to come along and make modifications. It actually doesn't work.
Correct. I mean, it's a pretty tried and true product these days, and the class has got that stability.
So it's still got longevity, still producing some great names that have learnt their art and their racecraft in this particular championship. The likes of Scott Dixon, Craig Beard, Fabian Coulthard, Johnny Reid, Shane Van Gisbergen, Richie Stanaway, just to name a few young drivers coming through this class, also moving on to bigger and better things overseas, using it as a stepping stone.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of those things that's happened that the South Island Club has initiated just recently is Matt Butchardt's car is actually a scholarship car. So he's been given that car by the club and by the owner of that car, Gary Love, and nice of him to make that opportunity available. The club wouldn't have been able to do it without his support.
And it's good that he's got that opportunity to go racing and develop his racing.
Yeah, I mean, it's very early days for him. It's his first season, but he's got a lot of support from his family. I see his mum and his sister and his dad down there working away feverishly on things, and it's great to see.
So watch out for him. That's Matt Butchardt in the other orange car, number 22. So you got the 32, that's the Ray out in front, and 22 with Matt Butchardt, who's that class leader in class 3, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. But I mean, Jack's doing a fantastic job there at the moment, and I've been just helping them a little bit with setup and stuff. So it's great to see that's actually a car that we sold them a number of years ago.
So what's his background, Jack Noble Adams?
Just done a little bit of karting, not the depth of karting that perhaps some of the other boys have done. He's a little older, and I think he's at university now, so he's trying to fit all these things in, you know. And I know I've had those discussions with his dad about what the priorities are, etc., etc. And he's just finding his feet now, really.
But twitchy coming out of there, yeah. finding his grip.
Absolutely.
What's the balance between you got lots of young school kids racing in these classes, and then you got, it's all about managing time, sport-wise. I suppose there's fitness requirements as well, and then there's racing time. What sort of, like, if you have like a football team, you'll have practice on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. What sort of practice do you do for the motor race?
It's quite difficult, really, because I mean our organisation, for example, is based in Christchurch, and access to the circuit is becoming more and more difficult. Guys like Kurt that have been in it for a while perhaps don't need it. They've grown up a bit more. They don't perhaps need the testing quite so much. But these young fellas, they need the time in the seat, and so most Fridays we'd have one or two guys from Auckland or somewhere come down and be testing their cars, especially as we get closer to the championship. So, but it's a bit harder to do here in the North Island, perhaps. The circuits are sometimes not available, and I mean, it's weather dependent. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's not, and of course that takes them out of school all the time too. So I mean, I wouldn't say that any of these guys that are running, young fellas at the front, are particularly spending that much time at school these days, but I suppose that's a decision for their parents to make.
Yeah, so that's a real balancing act. So in return to the championship, if he finishes second here at the moment, Callum Heads will still take the title?
Yeah, yes he will. And I mean, that's an interesting dynamic, isn't it? I mean, Josh is obviously pushing hard to win this final race, even though he's not going to win the championship. And I mean, that shows a bit of determination there as well. And you might find that Callum's taking a bit of an easy approach to it as well, because he knows if he just finishes second, he's still going to win the championship. But I mean, he could make a mistake and lose it too. It's not over, is it, till the checkered flag drops.
So you think there's any difference in performance between, say, Callum Hedge in the wet and Josh Bethune in the wet, between the different types of the vehicles, of the cars they've got at the moment, the Mygel compared to the Ray?
Look, I think both cars are probably as good in the wet. It'll just depend on what gambles have been taken from their engineers as to how wet it was going to be. I mean, I took the stance that the track was going to be wet, but not so wet that we needed to go to absolute full wet setup. And I mean, it's wet out there, but it's not torrential. And I mean, I don't know the setup that's on the other car, but perhaps they didn't have time to change the things that they were going to change for that car. And once again, the Ray has been developed in England, where the weather's perhaps a little bit less kind to you than it is here.
They're used to a wet setup.
Yeah, maybe. And I mean, the Ray factory have given us some settings to start with, and I'm not sure whether the track's actually drying or whether it's just staying the same, but the gap seems to be staying the same, and the times are pretty much 22.6
So
for both of them.
what would be the difference between a full wet setup with heavy rain to, say, you got a clearing track now and slightly drying conditions, so it's almost halfway, I suppose?
Okay, so the general thing with most of these cars is that you would remove the rear anti-roll bar so that it becomes ineffective for a wet but not torrential track, and you may change the front bar a little bit, but if it was really wet, and we've had a few meetings like that over the years, you would start to increase the droop in the cars and take the shock absorber dampening out of the cars and let them move around a bit more to be able to let the driver feel what the car's doing more. And it's easy to do that in the dry because the tyre does all the work, but in the wet it's more about what the driver can feel through the seat of his pants, really. So they're quite small changes. They can be done quite quickly, but if you go to an absolute full wet setup, you might change the springs and anti-roll bars perhaps if you're still using them, etc. So, yes.
Hence that classic saying, you drive by the seat of your pants.
Absolutely.
And it actually is true. It's not a cliche.
No, it's not.
So it's all about that need for speed comes down. Even Jeff Shaw was saying it's about the feel. Driving by feeling.
Yeah, it's about the feel. And I mean, when it comes to the championship and winning the individual races, it's about that will to win the races too. And that's something that some of these young guys that come in, they haven't necessarily got that will. They're still finding their way as to whether or not it is something that they want to do as a career or whatever.
Or if they can do, if they, they're probably asking themselves, can I be a really good driver?
Absolutely. Yeah, can I make a career out of this? And lots of factors are for that. But it's just one of those things. If the guys really want it and they concentrate on it, they can generally make it happen. I mean, we've got a sign in our workshop, and it says that if it's going to be, it's up to me. And that is something that these guys need to really understand, and they do that as they grow up.
There you go. There's your motto for life. If it's going to be, it's up to me. Anyone can take that from the track here at Manfield, from Motorsport Solutions down in Christchurch or Ruapuna, and put it into your school, your work, whatever you do. And of course, you've got to look at these young kids. There's young kids here. There's other guys, older guys, like 55. Gives a great shot there. Grandson and granddad.
Absolutely. And
Noel Atley, number 55, from Mimba Cargill, and Joseph Oliver doing a great job in his old car, number 14, side by side on the same track at the same day. What a way to go a Sunday drive.
Absolutely. And I think that a lot of the schools these days recognise that the environment that these kids come through karting, I mean, they're learning life skills really at a very young age, and as they come through into these cars, they probably learn more at a racetrack socially than they would do at school, and some of the technical aspects, obviously, if their engineers involve them in it, then they can still get a really good grounding in what life's all about.
I think sport's a great way to learn about character. In the life skills you learn from lessons about how to go fast in the car, and what you learn playing a different type of sport. The mental side of it, how you approach it, how you prepare yourself, your nutrition, your fitness program, your training program, and then just even the mind games about, don't get outside about it's wet. Look at Andre Heimgarten, the young guy, he's done some Formula Ford stuff. Now doing the old the V8s. You see him, hey, it's a car, it's got wheels, it's got pedals, jump in and go fast, keep it simple.
Absolutely, and I can remember Andre when he first came to see us, and I'd be trying to talk to him the first couple of days that he came down, and all he would do is look at his shoes and mumble, and like a lot of teenagers do. And by the time we'd won the first championship with him, he was starting to understand that you needed to talk to people and you needed to interact with people and
look up. Yep. Look at people in the face.
Absolutely.
Talk to them. Don't do one-word answers and grunt.
Shake their hands.
Like most teenagers do. Here you go.
Absolutely. And
what are you up to? Stuff.
Yeah, that's right. But
then the other thing is, because if you're going to go and say, what's the car feel like? You say, well, not bad. Well, that's no good. Because the engineer needs to know more information about what the car's doing. So if you want to go fast, if you want to win, you've got to be able to communicate and talk, get that through.
Put that effort in.
And as you say, sometimes they're only 14 or 15. Like we've got two 14 and 15-year-olds on screen at the moment. 32, that's Josh Bethune, he's 15. 14-year-old Callum Hedge, number 17. So they're still in that life skirting sort of age as well.
Very much so. And Callum, just about a moment then. So going in pretty deep.
And that's where you have a lot of parents involved in the sport too, to make sure that the kids are, enjoying themselves and really going well with the career, but, understanding the process.
Yeah, I mean, the best place for the parents is really to be in the background and looking after their well-being, obviously, but sometimes they can be a bit of a distraction because it's unusual for a 14-year-old and their fathers to necessarily get on that well on a day-to-day basis. And we do notice that quite a bit.
Yeah, and it's also good for some teenagers to have another mentor from outside of the family to help. So here we go, down towards the big corner. And it's Callum Hedge having another look. We've got one lap to go. This is all about the chase for the championship. It's been a fascinating chat with John Crawford and the boys from Motorsport Solutions about the background behind the NZ Formula 1600 Championship. But it's going to be the Ray man, Josh Bethune, number 32. He's going to get the win in the rain, and it's going to be number 17, Callum Hedge, who'll become the champion. Here we go. There we go. The checkered flag. So everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. Yeah. No, it's good to see Josh win one today in the rain, and a great job by Callum as well with making sure that his championship was secure. So
thumbs up. Well done, Callum Hedge. Out of Maraetai.
They actually get on pretty well, those two. They talk to each other and things. So I mean, that's what I was meaning about them learning that it's not always about winning.
It's also about the art of competition as well. So thank you very much, John and the team, for giving us a great news doing the old skids. Now it's fun time, eh?
Absolutely, yeah.
He'll be talking tonight.
He'll be having trouble getting smoke off those tyres today.
Excellent. So congratulations to Callum Hedge, a great young talent. Josh Bethune with the Ray chassis, getting a well-deserved win for all the team as well. And he's the champion for New Zealand Formula 1600. He'll go on. Now, they'll go on and do this road to Indy thing. So that's worth another experience going overseas and seeing other kids from overseas, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And that competition is really, really hot. And those kids are likely to one season, maybe two, a whole bunch of karting. So they could easily pull that off. I mean, Callum would be able to pull that off. And there's lots of opportunities out there now for all these young guys.
And you'd like to see them come back and continue racing in the class next year rather than trying to step up to something else too soon, too quick?
Well, I believe they should do at least 2 years. But I mean, it's almost a fait accompli, really, because they're too young to go anywhere else, really. And I mean, when we decided to do that with Andre Heimgartner, he won the championship the first year. He was very young, and then the second year, what we did was we said to him, well, you need to back this up. You need to do it again, but you need to do it again with a bit more effort from yourself. And so we basically sent them away, one mechanic, one engine. He had to do all the bookings and all the organising of the championship himself. His father wasn't just going to do it all for him, and I think he learned a lot from that, and he did win the championship. So they put that effort in, but I mean, you can't hold their hands all the time.
No,
you've got to get them to actually start to do some work, and
that's what you can do in the second year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they need to learn the craft first and go from there.
If it's going to be, it's up to me. Well said. Stick around. Coming up, a lunch break.